4chan.
I've heard.
What do you mean you've heard? You've seen it.
I looked.
Stop lying.
I wouldn't do that.
You do.
I don't know what 4chan is.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard about it. I hear people say it.
Stay pure, Nate.
Yeah.
Stay off of it.
Is it a Reddit?
No. It's like Reddit on Adderall plus very little restrictions.
Yeah.
Is just wild people. Wild people stuck in cubicles that make the most ruthless and funny memes, and they say ridiculous shit, and they almost caused the insurrection of the Capitol. I mean, that's really what it. I mean, that's the highlight of that film, the documentary series, Into the Storm, about QAnon. You aware of all? You know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
I mean, so, like, you know.
Did you ever watch that documentary, the HBO thing? It's very interesting. It's called Into the Storm, and it's all about these people that get duped by these people pretending to be insiders in the Trump administration and saying how they're going to take down all the pedophiles, and Trump is running some secret covert operation. He's going to bring down the swamp, and they all bought into it, hook, line, and sinker, and it leads up to the January 6th insurrection. It's pretty fucking wild.
Wow.
But it all starts on 4chan. 4chan, then 8chan, and then what was the other one? 8kun? Is that what it was?
Yeah, that sounds right. There's a lot of them.
I went in there the other day. I went in one of them. I think it was 4chan the other day. I just let me see what these psychos are up to. It's just fucking, it's madness, man. Because they're all anonymous. Everyone's anonymous, right? So you could post like the wildest shit. And it's basically shit posting, and they're saying things to try to be the most outrageous and try to freak each other out. It's freedom, right? It's like, it's not real life. It's anonymous. It's not even your name. It's like numbers, right? Like, who are you? Who knows? Say some crazy shit. So it's like people that fucking hate their job as insurance salesmen, and they'll just type wild shit. So here's 4chan right now. 4chan is a simple image-based bulletin board where anyone can post comments and share images. So let's find something in there. Go to careful. Let's something controversial. Let's go with controversial. Creative, other, business, finance, travel, LBGT, pony, random.
I mean, is everything controversial in here?
Adult.
It can be, yeah.
Yeah, super. It's like, what would be like a good thing to check into that's like extreme? Politically incorrect. Bam. Let's go to that one. Politically incorrect. Accept. You have to accept. Comply with the rules. I like how it says rules in quotes because there's very few fucking rules. The rules of 4chan, which are also linked in the homepage. Okay, what kind of crazy shit are these people posting? What are they talking about? Mass shootings?
Fire festival.
Pension for wearing your mother's clothes, perhaps? Or have you gone straight to walking? Yeah, see, like whacking off to old school photos of your classmates. See, look, everyone is anonymous, right? So they're all just like typing wild shit. And scroll down lower. It's if you had like, it's mostly young men or older men with families.
That's our housewives?
Yeah.
Is these?
I bet there's some fucking housewives in there too. But I think it's...
No, I'm saying that's what, like, our wives watch Housewives, and then their husbands are there.
Yeah, I think it's mostly disenchanted people, and they're attracted to this idea that they're completely anonymous, and then they could just like have this community of people who are faceless, nameless, and they just talk wild shit to each other.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, I guess that appeals. I guess you're going to be appealed to it more and more as the younger... Like, as you grow up in this world.
Well, I think for people, it's a way to communicate without any boundaries, without completely being uncensored and without any repercussions because they're uncensored. But there are repercussions. Like, I remember there was this one guy that was posting a bunch of wild shit, awful shit on 4chan, and then people found out who he was, and he got fired from his job. And he was just a normal guy, and his take was like, hey, that's not really me. This is like, I'm almost like playing a character. Like, this is like fantasy for me. It's fun. Like, just because I wrote those things, those are not my real thoughts. And they're like, get the fuck out of our office.
Yeah.
Like, they just fired him. Which is interesting, right? Because, like, he's not...
Because if he wrote a movie...
Right.
And did all that, he could win an Oscar.
Right. Like, you can have a movie where it's a celebrated movie where a man beats a woman to death, like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like, Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
There's a scene in there where Brad Pitt beats a woman to death on a fireplace, smashes her head.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild. But like, if you talked about that on stage, like, people would be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" You know, if you wrote that in a post on 4chan, and then, you know, your employer found out about it, you get fired. Which is very strange.
Yeah.
I think now that I'm thinking about it, I think the guy might have done something really shitty. I think he might have doxed someone or something, and then they got rid of him. But it's just, people think that that's, you know, you have like a opportunity to just be free of expectations, you know, because like, oh, you're Mike, you know, the fucking general manager of the fucking muffler shop, but meanwhile you're on 4chan posting pictures of giant black dicks and fucking wild shit, you know. But it's,
But could they get rid of that with, like, if everybody had to have their real name on online or something?
yeah,
like
it would ruin everything.
Yeah.
It would ruin that kind of community.
Yeah.
Because that's not really real life. I mean, maybe some of those people have those real thoughts. Maybe some of those people are just, you know, playing, like they're having fun, pretending to be complete fucking assholes. And then mixed in are real sociopaths, real psychos who gravitate towards this and are trying to find like the most disturbing images of mass murder and throw those up too.
Yeah. So do you think there ever be a phase where you have to, like, you have like online real identity, or does that get?
I think that will probably come about when there's no more privacy.
Yeah.
Which I think is on the way. I think privacy is going to go out the window. I think that is the general direction where online life and technology are headed, to the point where everyone has access to almost everything. If it's on, you know, if you're doing it online, I think everyone's going to have access to it, and it's going to be very difficult to hide behind like fake identities and things like that. Like,